Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Pyro podcast. This is Book 21. I go by the name Sheldon Ombachi, but my friends call me Book 21. So, a wise man once said that if you enter into a room of fools and then you just spit the little words like "nyote ni wajinga," all of you are fools, for those who don't understand Swahili, that person who, who will rant at you saying that I'm not a fool is the fool of all times. How can I say, is the one who is a fool and has not accepted to be a fool. So where am I coming from? I'm coming from a point of, if I throw a stone to a bunch of dogs, the one that barks the loudest is the one that has been hurt. Because why could the other dogs be ranting? Why could the other dogs be barking when they have not been hurt? It's a very simple statement. So today I'm directing to a very critical point, a very controversial topic, a great topic that many of us have not been able, and none of us is ready to sit down and have a conversation about. You guess what? It is what you're thinking about. Body shaming. Body shaming, actually, it came to a limelight after many of the people felt like they were being attacked by other people commenting on their body. So body shaming, technically, it's if you consider body shaming, it's like that. It's like an objection or something that you say, that critique that you give somebody that is aligned to how their body looks, either physically, by the way they are formed, created, or by style. So it has become a great concern to many people, and it's actually nowadays one of the best things. A person can actually even take you to court because of, maybe it's like an abuse. Like an abuse, and having the online abuse, most of the time it's where most of it is directed. But then one thing that is very critical that I want us to discuss and understand tonight is, what is the thin line that exists between body shaming and positive criticism, or can I just say even negative criticism? It's something that I want us to understand tonight, and after that I'll be done. I'm not going to discuss the effects of body shaming. I'm not going to discuss what examples of body shaming are. I'm not going to discuss what body shaming entails, because that will come maybe later on in another video. But today I want us to understand what is the thin line that separates body shaming and criticism, and how can you know when it is criticism and not body shaming, and how can you know that you're not now being body shamed and it's not just a normal critique. Sit back, relax as we discuss. But before then, people, you see that red button, the button that is in black, hit it and subscribe, share this video, and above all, do like the video, because it means a lot to the channel, and it always motivates us to create more content and to share as we learn and grow together. So when we talk about criticism, now I want us to discuss the first very thin line between the two. So body shaming is directed to the features or the parts of the body, or whatever it is. For example, body shaming among men, it's related to the size of the penis, the size of the whatever, you know what I'm talking about, and the height. You know, these ladies who say like, I'm just 6 feet dark. You see, so you wonder every now and then, where do the light skinned niggas go? Where do the light skinned guys go to? And the tall guys as the short guys, because at the end of the day you realize that in the sexual marketplace, the tall ladies need tall men, the short ladies also need tall men. So where do 5'4" like Shelton, where do 5'3", where do even those who are below 5'1" go to? It becomes a challenge, because at the end of the day you have to realize that now that when you use a feature or a body or a part or whatever it is that cannot be changed, that person was created with, and cannot be able to change it, now that is what body shaming is. On the side of the ladies, you can talk about the size of the boobs, the size of the belly, the size of the body, maybe she's huge, and other things like, I don't want to talk about the forehead issue, because I know it will touch many of us, but then it's part of it. So when we talk about such things that a person cannot change, if I have long fingers, then at the end of the day you realize that when you tell me that my fingers are long, there's nothing I can do about it. So body shaming, to me especially, it is directed to things that a person cannot change. But when we talk about criticism, be it positive or negative criticism, it's those things that people say to you that are directed to the betterment of you as a person. Sometimes it is very hard for us to take the truth, but then you have to realize that it is very important to understand that maybe the person who is saying that has a good intention. So there's intention involved, because if I'm telling you something and I believe it's something that you can change, if I walk up to you and I tell you about something that I feel like you can change, or if you have not changed, at least you should try, or you're trying, or you're in the process of changing it, then that is criticism. That's not body shaming. I want to take a very critical example, a very, very, very most misunderstood example, the fat issue. Now, if a person is fat and the person is so huge, obese, if I can say, then, and if this thing is not is from the is not from the genetics, is from the family, not from the hereditary or something, then that is not body shaming, that's criticism. Because if I walk up to you and I say that if you will take few runs, if you go hit the gym for a few times, then you'll be better, then that becomes a criticism, not a body shame. So many of the people, they get defensive when you get to them and when you tell them maybe you should change this and not do this, maybe you should work on this and not work on that, maybe you should adjust on this because it might help you. Because at the end of the day, they're like, why does it matter? It's my body. We understand it's your body, but then it is very, very critical for us to understand that we live in a world, in a society where we are going to talk about you, whether you like it or not. It is something that you have to instill in your mind, that people are going to talk about you. Because if you don't want people to talk about you, if you don't want people to comment about you, then the only thing that you can do is be dead, or better yet, is not exist in that society. Because we exist in a society where people judge, where people say what they see, and where people tell you whatever it is without caring how much it will affect you. So existing in this same world and in this same society, you have to be ready to take the insults and also be ready to do other things, like having a very, very strong mindset if you want to keep up with whatever you're having. So one of the very critical things, one of the very crucial things that you have to have as a person, if you want to exist with whatever you are, with whatever that you want to change or whatever that you don't want to change, then you have to hold a very strong mental, can I say mental? I don't know the right term to use right there, but then your mentality must be very strong for you not to be swayed by what people say. But then before you do that, you have to consider, what is it that people are saying? If people are body shaming you of something that you can't change, as we said, body shaming is for things you can change, then you have to hold a very strong self-awareness and a strong mentality that this is the person I am. Be self-aware of yourself. Tell yourself every moment you look at the mirror, and then you're like, this is the person I am. This is the size of boobs that were awarded to me by God, so I can't change it, and accept yourself that way. Then you can only survive in that world. It's not about the confidence that you have, it's about the self-esteem that you uphold as a person, and it's about the self-awareness that you uphold as a person. If you are very well self-aware of yourself, you know that there are things that you can change and there are things that you can change. Those that you can change, work on them. Those that you can't change, leave them unto God. Or can I say, leave them as they are, because at the end of the day, you just be pressuring yourself for no reason, for no otherwise, and you'll have pure mental strain over some things that you cannot even change, and you can't make any difference on them. So that is one great thing to consider. Be self-aware and uphold a very great self-esteem for the body shaming issue. But for the things that you can change, the things that you are being criticized of, Go work on them. It's better for you to work on something than to be seated somewhere and then you're like, yeah, now I'm fat. Can't change it. I can't change it. I'm slim. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing much I can do. Now, do something, and if that something doesn't work, then be in a position to understand that I tried. At least I tried to do something. At least you tried. At least try to do something, and at least try to make a move in the betterment of yourself. Take home, a great takeaway is that understand that things that you can change, when you're told about things that you can change, it's criticism. And the things that you can never change, it's about body shaming. But how do you curb the two? Hold a very high esteem and be self-aware. Be self-aware that when a person comes and tell you on this, maybe a person comes to you and tells you this, okay, children, you're short. What do? You can't kill yourself at the end of the day. You just accept, and you are like, okay, let me embrace this, because at the end of the day, I have to live with this every day. I wake up in the morning, I'm still short. You see, I wake up in the morning, I'm still fat. I wake up in the morning, I don't have huge boobs. I have small boobs. You'll realize that in this world, not everybody will accept you. So find that person who will appreciate you if you want to curb the body shaming issues. Find someone who will appreciate you. Find someone who will accept you for the person you are. But for the criticism, work on yourself. Don't find somebody to accommodate you, because at the end of the day, they'll work out on you after they realize that you're being lazy. You're just not working on yourself. Work on yourself and change everything, because nothing is unchangeable. Everything can be changed, especially the things that we have brought to ourselves due to poor dieting and due to our own laziness. Work on them, and at the end of the day, you will thank me, or it will be to your betterment. You don't have to thank me at the end of the day. It will be to your betterment and for your own safety and for your own mental wellness. You seated somewhere, having your good time, enjoying for the person you become. It will be my happiness, and it will gladden my heart if everybody, each and every one of us, works towards being the better version of him or herself. Signing out is the Pook 21. Consider subscribing, like the video, and above all, do share the videos as much as you can. And down below, leave a comment on what you think. Until another time, Pook 21.